I ain't dead. I'm in Olathe, Kansas. We're heading to Martin City, Missouri for an NCRS event. If you don't know what the NCRS is, that's fine. Stick around, you'll find out. Let's go see what they have to offer. It's Corvettes today, baby. I already got our first Corvette. So this, I actually already did a YouTube video on. It's a 1965 L78. Check it out after you're done with this video next if you haven't seen it already. All right, we're here. This is a lot bigger of a facility than I realized we were going to be in. This is the C2 Corvette we saw, the L78, driving on the way. This is actually one of the judges today, his car. It's a 396. And this is a top flight car. This is very, very accurate. This is an extremely, as they like to call it, a correct car. We got a lot of Corvettes to dig into in this video, mostly C2s. We're going to take a look at the C3 as well. The NCRS, if you weren't already aware, it stands for the National Corvette Restorers Society. They started their organization back in 1974. This specifically is the Kansas City chapter, and this portion of the organization started in 1983. To walk you guys through what is being judged today. So first up, and we're going to mainly focus on the classics, but we do have a 2003 here. This is an almost 22-year-old car, has only 14,000 miles on it. I mean, head to toe, this thing is perfect. Aesthetically, mechanically, originality, this car's got it going on. It is perfect. Go ahead and flip over to some of the classic stuff. So first up, we have a 1965. This is a carbureted engine, a 327. It does have the gold line tires, side exhaust, and it is a 4-speed car, which we love to see. Second up, sticking with C2s, another 327. It's going to be a carbureted engine still. This car is a 1963. It's a convertible, black with red interior. Looks awesome. Another 4-speed car. Up next, we got the first big block we're talking about. It's a 67. Got a 427. The red line tires are correct for the year. Got the gills on the side. Now these gills on the side, the first year of it was 65. It started with 3 gills. I'm not sure when they switched over to the 5. Was 67 the first year for that? Did they start that in 66? Let me know down in the comments. Next, we're taking a look at the only third generation we're taking a look at today. This is a 1968, so it's the first year the third generation started. You got the pop-up headlights, the white line tires, and this is a 427 big block car as well. Let's take a look inside, see if it's 4-speed. Yes, it is. Ooh, this one actually has the original window sticker. Wow. Back to the second generation. We're going back to a 327. Still a carbureted engine. Got the side exhaust, the white line tires. Red exterior with red interior. Got another 4-speed car. Up next, we have a hardtop, a coupe. And this is going to be a 65 as well. Now you can tell here, the 65, this is the first year of the big block hood. Chevy redesigned the hood for the big block. So this should be an L78 396. We got a 427 car here. Now this is a 66, so this is the first year of the 427. You have the Tri Power, so this is Chevy's version of the 3 2-barrel carburetors, like Pontiac and Mopar did as well. And then sitting next to it to round it out, we have a 1967 C2 Corvette, and this is going to be another 427 car. So this was the second year they did the 427. So we're taking a little break for lunch. Someone from the chapter was very nice and got us some Minsky's pizza. But real quick, I want to point out a mistake I made. I don't like editing that stuff out. I think it's good to make mistakes and, correct yourself. It's an opportunity to learn. But the mistake I made is I said the 66 had the Tri Power. Now, the 66 427, it was the first year for the 427, but they hadn't come out with the Tri Power yet. So it is a 4-barrel carburetor. It was actually the 67 was the first year for the Tri Power. So 67 is when they stuck with the 427, but moved it to the 3 2-barrel carburetors. And that's what has that kind of iconic triangular air filter that you're probably used to seeing. When they're judging these cars, they have a 4,500 point rating system. Now, essentially the approach they take is every car starts off perfect with 4,500 points, and then they go and look through and find anything wrong with it and subtract points from there. Now, with these cars that are being flight rated, they expect extreme accuracy. So if you have a block that is not the original numbers matching block to the car, it's honestly probably going to take it out of the running for being a top flight car. It has to be that accurate. So I think most of the cars in here have a good chance of reaching top flight. I mean, you can get all the information ahead of time. It's a ton of work getting your car to this point, but it's not like they're heading into this thing blind. They know the expectations, so you're normally going to start with a car where you have the original body, numbers matching block, transmission, all of that. So I was just talking to one of the judges on this. The 67 is looking very good so far. The judge I was talking to was the one grading the engine area and the chassis. He said it's looking really great so far, but there are 4 pages of material to go over and review just on the engine bay area, the block, the chassis. 4 pages worth of content they're checking on. So these grading scales, I mean, there's no lack of attention to detail with what these men are doing. Now, when they're grading these cars, there are all sorts of books and material they're using to go over the guidelines and to figure out exactly how the cars were the way they left the factory. So these cars have all sorts of different little Easter eggs. They're kind of just fun bits of knowledge. Now, if you look down here, you see this overspray on the exhaust manifold. That is an indication to me that these valve covers were already on the car when the block was painted, and that's how you get that orange overspray there. If you want a car to be extremely accurate, and especially if you want a top flight car, you cannot miss those little details. Now, obviously not every car can have its numbers matching engine, transmission, rear end, all of that. So not every car is also trying to be top flight rated. You also have concourse rating cars, and that they're not digging into like the stamping, the code stamping on the engine, the VIN, all of that stuff. They're going purely off aesthetics. So this car right here, this is a car that is being concourse rated. That means it does not have the numbers matching block, but everything else about the car aesthetically is still trying to achieve that factory look. And then finally, if you're into some of the more modernized classics, they also have a Resto Mod grading scale as well. There's nothing here being graded for that today, so there's not a whole lot to dig into, but if you're a fan of some of the old C1 Resto Mods and stuff, check that side of the NCRS out as well. They have a little bit of something for everyone. When all was said and done, each car chasing a top flight rating ended up accomplishing that task today, which shouldn't be too surprising. Like I said, all the content is out there, so you know the expectations as you're restoring the car. Now, my favorite car here being judged today has to be this 1966 in Laguna Blue. It was only a 1 model year color, so it's very rare, and this car just absolutely wears it well. And I would like to point out, being a 66, this car has 3 gills on the side, so the 5 gills must have started in 67. I would like to take a moment to thank the entirety of the Kansas City chapter for having me out, but more specifically Tony, who I worked with to set this up. As per usual, I stumbled into having a great day. I fully blame the classic cars, but if you're someone I got to meet a lot of awesome people here. So if you're someone I got to meet and speak with, then I blame you for making me have a great day as well. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, we've got more on the way. No AC, baby.